Hello everyone and welcome back to Innovative Science Tutorials. Students, today we are going to continue with the chapter Circulatory System, and this is going to be the part 4 of this chapter. Before this, we have already completed 3 parts, and if you remember in the last video children, we have studied about the structure and function of RBCs. So today first we are going to complete RBCs remaining portion, and then we are going to start up with the WBCs. So let us first see that what are the contents that we are going to cover in this video. First of all children, as I said, we will study about formation, life and destruction of RBCs. Next, we will study some important conditions pertaining to number of red blood cells. Third, white blood cells or leukocytes, will have an introduction with them. Fourth, production of white blood cells. Fifth, some conditions pertaining to white blood cells. Sixth, types of blood cells, that is white blood cells. Seventh, lifespan of white blood cells. And last, that is overall functions of leukocytes. So let us start with the first one children, that is formation, life and destruction of RBCs. Students, RBCs are produced in the bone marrow of the long bone, such as the bones of the ribs, the breastbone, the ilium of the hip bone. So what is a bone marrow? First of all, let me teach you that कि bone marrow होता क्या है, then I will come back to this. Children, long bones, okay, let us say for example, let me show you. Suppose this is a long bone, ठीक है. हर एक long bone के अंदर कुछ parts होते हैं जो spongy होते हैं, ठीक है. ये parts क्या कहलाते हैं? Marrow कहलाते हैं, ठीक है. So the one that I have drawn is the yellow marrow, which is located in the middle of the long bone, and towards the end, at each end, you have got what? You have got another set of marrow that is known as red bone marrow, ठीक है. तो साइड में क्या है? red bone marrow है, ठीक है. अगर हम लोग इसका डिटेल्ड diagram देखें तो you need to follow this one. Here what you can see, here you can see the detail of red bone marrow, ठीक है. क्लियर है? अब यहाँ पे आपको देखने से ही पता चल रहा है कि this is quite fibrous, ठीक है, या फिर spongy. So this is the characteristic of red bone marrow. Now the RBCs are actually produced here only inside this red bone marrow of the bones, long bones such as that of the ribs, breastbone, ilium of the hip bone. Now ribs, all of you know, that makes the rib cage. These are the bones that forms the rib cage, ठीक है. कुछ इस तरह के होते हैं. Now each rib is in turn at the back is connected to what? It is connected to the backbone. लेकिन आगे में, यहाँ पे दिखाती हूँ, आगे में ये सारे ही रिब्स एक्सेप्ट द लास्ट 2 रिब्स विच आर नोन एज द फ्लोटिंग रिब्स, उनको छोड़ के बाकी के जो 10 पेयर से ऊपर से मैं एक बना के दिखाती हूँ, वो पीछे से बैकबोन से जुड़ा होता है और आगे से जिस बोन से जुड़ा होता है उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं स्टर्नम या फिर breastbone. I hope now it is clear. So this is the flat bone that is known as the breastbone or sternum, और इन्हीं से जुड़े होते हैं ribs, ठीक है. पीछे में backbone से जुड़े होते हैं ribs और आगे में sternum से, इसलिए उनको हम लोग floating ribs बोलते हैं. तो यहाँ पे मैं बात कर रही थी production of RBCs की, तो वापस आते हैं. इसी तरह बेटा आप ribs समझ गए, breastbone समझ गए. ilium क्या है? hip bone जो है हमारा, ये 3 टाइप्स ऑफ बोन्स का बना होता है. एक है इलियम, दूसरा है प्यूबिस और लास्ट वाला है इस्चियम. ये तीनों बोन मिला के हमारे हिप बोन को बनाते. इनमें से जो इलियम होता है इसके अंदर भी रेड बोन मैरो प्रेजेंट होता है और इस रेड बोन मैरो में ही किसका फॉर्मेशन होता है? आरबीसीज का. सो आई होप दिस इज क्लियर दैट आरबीसीज आर प्रोड्यूस्ड इनसाइड द रेड बोन मैरो ऑफ द लॉन्ग बोन्स सच एज दैट ऑफ द रिब्स, breastbone and ilium. Next children, वेयर इन एन, ये तो बात हो गई एडल्ट की, ठीक है। फर्स्ट पॉइंट में हमने एडल्ट के बॉडी में पता किया कि आरबीसीज का प्रोडक्शन कहाँ होता है। अगर हम बात करें एक एम्ब्रायो की या एक फीटस की जो कि जेस्टेशन पीरियड में अपने मदर के वोम में क्या हो रहा है, डेवलप हो रहा है, ग्रो हो रहा है, तो उसमें आरबीसीज का प्रोडक्शन कहाँ होता है। तो बेटा एक फीटस में या एक एम्ब्रायो में आरबीसीज आर प्रोड्यूस्ड इन द लिवर एंड स्प्लीन, ठीक है। सो स्प्लीन इज अ टाइप ऑफ lymphatic organ. I will teach you when I will start the lymphatic system. Children, that is the third point. Every day students, every day in our body around 1% of the RBCs are produced and the same percentage of RBCs are destroyed. मतलब कि जितना प्रोड्यूस होता है उतना ही क्या होता है, डिस्ट्रॉय भी होता है। सपोज टोटल नंबर ऑफ RBCs 100 है, मान के चलते हैं, ठीक है, समझने के लिए। तो इसका 1% कितना हुआ, 1। अगर एक आरबीसी क्या होता है, प्रोड्यूस होता है, तो सेम नंबर मतलब कि एक नंबर क्या डिस्ट्रॉय भी होगा। तो एक अगर प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है तो एक डिस्ट्रॉय भी होगा। सो दिस इज व्हाट इज रिटन, ठीक है। आई होप दिस इज क्लियर। नाउ इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द लाइफ स्पैन ऑफ आरबीसीज चिल्ड्रन, तो आरबीसीज का लाइफ स्पैन जो है कंपैरेटिवली अगर हम कंपेयर करें, आगे जब हम लोग पढ़ेंगे तब देन यू आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड कि इनका लाइफ स्पैन जो है कंपैरेटिवली ज्यादा होता है बाकी टाइप ऑफ ब्लड कॉर्प्यूसेल से। कितना होता है, 120 डेज होता है, ठीक है। So lifespan of RBC is 120 days. Now last but not the least about the destruction of RBCs. Where does the destruction of RBCs takes place beta? The destruction of RBCs takes place on the same places where these are produced. तो कहाँ प्रोड्यूस होता है, लॉन्ग बोन्स में होता है। I'm talking about the bone marrow, ठीक है, bone marrow of the long bones, then liver and spleen. In case of embryo, liver and spleen, and in case of adults, in the bone marrow, ठीक है, bone marrow of the long bones. तो ये वो जगह है जहाँ पे इनका डिस्ट्रक्शन होता है, मतलब जहाँ फॉर्मेशन हुआ, जहाँ प्रोडक्शन हुआ, वही स्पॉट क्या बन गया, ग्रेवयार्ड। ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, बोर्ड एग्जाम्स में 1 मार्क का क्वेश्चन आता भी है, दैट विच part of the body is the graveyard for the RBCs। तो आंसर यहाँ पे क्या होगा, अगर अडल्ट मेंशन होगा आप क्या लिखोगे, तीनों ही लिख सकते हो, क्योंकि प्रोडक्शन एक एम्ब्रायो स्टेज में बेटा है, फीटस स्टेज में प्रोडक्शन केवल लिवर एंड स्प्लीन में होगा। उस टाइम पे बोन मैरो का उतना डेवलपमेंट ही नहीं होता है, बोन्स का ही नहीं होता है, तो बोन मैरो का क्या होगा। लेकिन अगर आप अडल्ट की बात करें तो अडल्ट में इन तीनों में ही डिस्ट्रक्शन होगा, लेकिन अगर प्रोडक्शन पूछा जाए तो प्रोडक्शन केवल बोन मैरो में होगा, ठीक है। आई होप दिस इज क्लियर चिल्ड्रन। One more point must be noted here, that the iron part remains stored in the liver, whereas the remaining part is excreted in the form of bile pigments. So let us proceed to the next one, that is some important conditions pertaining to number of red blood cells. See children, I taught you in the last video about the range of RBCs in male and female, that is the number, ठीक है। In male usually the number of RBCs, that is the normal range, is 5 to 5.4 millions per millimeter cube, whereas in female the range is little bit less because of the menstrual cycle, that is 4 to 4.5 million per millimeter cube. Now when this range exceeds, जब इस रेंज को, दैट इज द नंबर ऑफ आरबीसीज, जब इंक्रीज हो जाता है, इस रेंज को पार करता है, ठीक है, तब हम इस कंडीशन को क्या बोलते हैं, पॉलीसाइथीमिया। जबकि अगर इस रेंज से, मतलब ये जो नंबर है नॉर्मल रेंज है ऑफ द रेड ब्लड कॉर्प्यूसेल्स, अगर ये घट जाए, दैट मींस डिक्रीज हो जाए, तो उस कंडीशन को हम लोग बोलते हैं एरिथ्रोपीनिया। आई होप it's clear, it's very easy to understand children. And the next one is white blood cells or leukocytes. Now children, in this spelling I've mentioned here K, you can write C as well, both the spellings are correct. In some of the books you will find K, whereas in the others you will find C. So both are correct. The first thing that we are going to learn about WBCs is their shape. Children, like an amoeba, they don't have a proper shape, a definite shape. So they have an irregular shape, that is called what? That is called amoeboid shape. And whatever type of WBC you consider, each and every type of WBC will have nucleus, prominent nucleus. This nucleus will either be simple or it can be lobulated. ठीक है, मतलब lobes के form में भी हो सकता है, जैसे कि this is one example that I am showing you. This is bilobed WBC. So we are going to study all these things in later part of the chapter. Second point, children, WBCs are also known as phagocytes. Why so? Because they perform a process that is called phagocytosis. ठीक है? Now what is this phagocytosis, children? It is actually a defensive mechanism of the body shown by the white blood cells, that is the leukocytes. During the process of phagocytosis, the white blood cells, they engulf foreign particles such as bacteria and also the worn out or dead cells or tissue. मतलब phagocytosis के process के दौरान WBCs क्या करते हैं? engulf करते हैं, खा जाते हैं किसी भी foreign germ को, कोई बैक्टीरिया हो सकता है फॉर एग्जांपल, या फिर बॉडी के जो डेड या ओल्ड वोन आउट टिश्यूज या सेल्स होंगे उनको भी. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज phagocytosis, and since the WBCs perform phagocytosis, that is why they are called phagocytes. Next, children, again very important point, that is WBCs are the natural scavengers of our body. Okay, why so, children? Because just now we studied that they perform phagocytosis. तो जब वो phagocytosis करते हैं तो they help our body to naturally get cleaned up, isn't it? It removes the dead or worn out tissues and cells. So that is why we are calling them as scavengers of our body. Next, that is the fourth point, children. They are also soldiers of our body. We can call them as the soldiers of our body. Why so, children? Because they are the most important part of our defense system or immune system, as they are capable to protect our body against microorganisms, isn't it? They do phagocytosis, they protect our body from various harmful microorganisms that enter our body through the साइट ऑफ इंजरी. सपोज बॉडी के किसी भी पार्ट में इंजरी है तो वो ओपन एरिया है, ठीक है, इजंट इट? तो उस जगह से क्या हो सकता है? देयर आर चांसेस दैट माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स दे एंटर आवर बॉडी. तो हु विल किल देम, हु विल एनगल्फ देम? WBCs. दैट इज व्हाई वी कैन से दैट दे आर लाइक द sepoys or the soldiers of our body, and they are the most important part of the human immune system. Next, children, that is the range of leukocytes or the number of leukocytes. If you see, the number of leukocytes are much less as compared to that of RBCs. कितना है? Just 5000 to 9000 per millimeter cube of human blood. मतलब 1 mm cube of blood में कितना WBCs होता है? 5000 to 9000. And this has no relation with male or female. This is applicable to both. So let us move on to the next one, children, that is production of white blood cells. Similar to the red blood cell, children, white blood cells are also produced in the bone marrow, okay, more specifically in the red bone marrow, and also in the lymphoid tissues such as the lymph nodes, spleen, etc. Apart from this, children, sometimes the WBCs are also produced in the liver. ठीक है, कभी कभी liver में भी इनका production होता है. So this is all about the production of white blood cells. Now let us study about some conditions pertaining to white blood cells. So we have to study only two, children. The first one is leukemia and second is leukopenia. In the first case children, that is leukemia, there is an extraordinary increase in the number of WBCs. बहुत ज़्यादा. Normal range is what? It is around 5,000 to 9,000 number of WBCs per cubic mm. ठीक है? So this is the normal range. This gets crossed extraordinarily, बहुत ज़्यादा. So the condition is what? The condition is leukemia. Next children, leukopenia. There is tremendous decrease in the number of WBCs in this condition. So the number goes down. इस रेंज से कम हो जाता है. ठीक है? That condition is leukopenia. It's very simple children. Now one thing very important, 1 mark question. Leukemia is popularly or commonly known as what? It is known as blood cancer. Okay? Blood cancer. Now next children, now we have reached the most important part of this video, where we are going to study about the various types of white blood cells. Now children, the criteria of classifying the WBCs is simply their structure. Based on their structure, we can classify the white blood cells or the leukocytes into agranular leukocytes and granular leukocytes. Agranular leukocytes, they are also known as agranulocytes. Okay? And granular leukocytes, they are also known as granulocytes. I hope this is clear children. Now let us understand the meaning over here. First we will study about agranular leukocytes. So this is actually composed of 3 words, that is agranulocyte, A, granulo and cytes. Here A means absent, granulo is related to granules, the round structures that you can see in these 3 diagrams, the round structures, these are the granules children. Okay, you can't see them in monocyte and lymphocyte. So granulo from the word granules and cytes from the word cell. Okay? So the white blood cells that do not contain any granule are known as agranular leukocytes or agranulocytes. Next children, granular leukocytes or granulocytes. So these are the WBCs that contain granules, and you can see this very clearly in the diagram. Agranulocytes, that is monocytes and lymphocytes, they do not contain any granules. Okay, it is clearly visible. Whereas the other 3, they bear granules and they come under granulocytes or granular leukocytes. Now let us understand the details of these 2 types. Again children, these are further classified, like the agranular leukocytes are classified into 2 types. The first type you can already see on your screen is what? It is monocyte, and the second type is lymphocyte. We are going to study everything in detail. Okay, now here the granular leukocyte children, these are further classified into 3 types. Okay, what are these 3 types? Before understanding that, let us understand that what is the criteria of classification. Children, here the criteria of classification is staining. So basically what I mean here, जो भी टाइप का ल्यूकोसाइट है, ग्रैन्युलर ल्यूकोसाइट, वो किस तरह के स्टेन से स्टेन हो रहा है. ठीक है, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम लोग डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. वी कैन डिवाइड द ग्रैन्युलर ल्यूकोसाइट्स इनटू 3 टाइप्स. द फर्स्ट वन इज eosinophil. Okay, the first one is eosinophil. Beta, they get stained with acidic dye. Okay, that is why the name eosinophil. The second one is basophil. Okay, second is basophil, and they get stained with basic dye. Third one, that is neutrophil. They do not get stained by any type of dye. So these are the various types of leukocytes children that we are going to study in detail one by one right now. So let us start with the first one, that is agranulocytes or agranular leukocytes. Means leukocytes in which the cytoplasm डज नॉट कंटेन एनी ग्रैन्यूल। ग्रैन्यूल्स जो है चाहे वो एसिडिक हो, बेसिक हो या फिर न्यूट्रल हो, दे आर एब्सेंट। ओके, ग्रैन्यूल्स आर completely absent in the cytoplasm of the agranulocytes. Next important thing children about the agranulocytes. Agranulocytes are produced in the lymph nodes, spleen and other lymphoid tissues. Okay, these are the part of the lymphatic system that we are going to do later on in the lymphatic system part of this chapter. Next, if we talk about the nucleus children, suppose this is an agranulocyte, okay, one type of agranulocyte. So the maximum part of the cell, the major part of the cell will be occupied by what? Will be occupied by the nucleus alone. So nucleus is usually very large in case of agranulocytes and granules are absent. Next what? The diagram that I have drawn, beta, this is of a monocyte. Okay, this is first type of agranulocyte. Second we have lymphocytes. अगर lymphocytes में देखें तो monocytes से भी ज़्यादा बड़ा न्यूक्लियस होता है, ठीक है, and around 80 to 90% space जो है सेल का, that is occupied by the nucleus alone. Let me show you children. So only the periphery will be left, remaining portion of the cell will be occupied by the nucleus alone. So this is the nucleus here, and what is this children? This is a lymphocyte. So this is how the lymphocyte and the monocyte appears to be. So these are the two types of agranulocytes. Next, what do we have children? Next we have the first one that we are going to study in detail, monocytes. Okay, monocytes are commonly or popularly known as phagocytes because they perform phagocytosis. What is phagocytosis? It is simply engulfing of foreign particles such as bacteria or old and worn out tissues and cells. I have already taught you before this, isn't it? So let us move on to the next one, that is the size of monocytes. If we talk about the size children, monocytes are usually of the range 12 to 20 माइक्रोमीटर, ठीक है, ये इनका साइज होता है, बहुत ज्यादा बड़े नहीं है, बहुत ज्यादा छोटे नहीं है, इट्स ओके. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज percentage of the total WBCs. It is only 3 to 8% of the total WBCs. Suppose there are a total of 100 WBCs in 1 mm³ or 1 cubic mm of blood, then the number of WBCs there, suppose it is 100, तो 100 में से जो monocytes का number होगा वो कितना होगा बेटा? 3 to 8. So that is what is the meaning over here. So they form only 3 to 8% of the total WBCs that is present in the blood. Next children, if we talk about the shape, we already know none of the WBCs they have a proper shape except the lymphocyte which is round, which is somewhat round in shape, ठीक है. तो monocytes का भी क्या shape है? It is irregular and popularly or commonly it is known as amoeboid shape. Why? Because it resembles an amoeba, ठीक है. So and this is the bean shaped nucleus, roughly bean shaped nucleus I have drawn. I am showing you again in the other diagram here. So this is your monocyte. I hope now with this one it is clear. So next children, that is the fifth point, production of monocytes. Monocytes are produced again in the bone marrow. Okay, where are they produced? They are produced in the bone marrow. Similarly children, if we talk about the function is phagocytosis, जो कि हमने point number 1 में already पढ़ लिया. तो phagocytosis क्या होता है? ये एक ऐसा process है जिसमें WBC, जैसे कि अभी हम लोग monocytes की बात कर रहे हैं, monocytes क्या करते हैं? किसी भी foreign particles, चाहे वो कोई बैक्टीरिया हो या फिर बॉडी का अपना ही कोई worn out डेड सेल या टिश्यू है, उसको एनगल्फ करता है, उसको खा जाता है, उसको डिस्ट्रॉय कर देता है. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द मोनोसाइट्स. नेक्स्ट वी हैव द लिम्फोसाइट्स. Students, lymphocytes have the same size as that of RBCs and it is around 7.7 micrometer. If we talk about their percentage in the total number of WBCs, then they form only 20 to 23% of the total WBCs. This number is quite bigger, larger than the previous one, that is monocytes. ठीक है, monocytes से ज़्यादा होता है lymphocytes का number, but फिर भी comparatively कम होता है बाकी टाइप्स ऑफ WBC से, ठीक है. सो नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट, नेक्स्ट इज शेप. वी ऑलरेडी नो दैट शेप ऑफ lymphocytes, it is round. So lymphocytes appears to be somewhat round with a very large nucleus that occupies almost 80 to 90% of the space that is available in the cell except the periphery. So their nucleus is very, very large. I hope this is clear, children. And one thing more, they always have a सिंगल न्यूक्लियस, एक ही न्यूक्लियस होगा, ठीक है. देयर वोंट बी एनी लोब्स, लोब्स भी नहीं होंगे. न्यूक्लियस जैसा कि हम देखेंगे आगे चल के ग्रैन्युलोसाइट्स में, उनके जो न्यूक्लियस होंगे वो लोब्ड होंगे, ठीक है, बाइलोब्ड, ट्राइलोब्ड, मल्टीलोब्ड. लेकिन यहाँ पे लिम्फोसाइट्स और मोनोसाइट्स में बेटा न्यूक्लियस सिंगल होता है, लार्ज होता है और वो लोब्ड नहीं होता है. और इन दोनों में ही जो साइटोप्लाज्म है उसमें किसी भी तरह का कोई ग्रैन्यूल्स प्रेजेंट नहीं होता. आई होप this is clear. Now next is production. Similar to the other type of WBC's, children, lymphocytes are also produced in the lymphatic organs such as spleen and tonsils. Okay, next is the function of the lymphocytes. If we talk about the function, children, lymphocytes, they play a very, very important role in our immune system. Actually they are the most important part of our immune system. Why so? Because they provide us immunity against specific diseases by means of special chemical substances produced by them and are known as what, beta? And are known as antibodies. So by means of these antibodies, the lymphocytes, they fight against various disease causing pathogens and antigens as well, and in turn protect our body from various diseases. I hope this is clear. Moving on to the next one, that is granulocytes or granular leukocytes. As the name itself indicates, children, granulocytes, they have a cytoplasm that is richly provided or that richly contain granules. These granules can be acidic, basic or neutral. Okay, so depending upon this, we'll study later on the type of granulocytes. Next, if we talk about the production, then granulocytes, where are they produced, beta? They are produced in the red bone marrow, and they also have a nucleus that is large, but there is a difference between the nucleus of a granulocytes and granulocyte. What is that? In case of any granulocytes, okay, any granulocyte, you will find that the nucleus is usually constricted, okay, sorry for this, constricted into lobes. The lobes can be many, it can be two, so I am showing you two lobed nucleus, okay. So this is bilobed nucleus here, okay. Just a typical example I have shown you on the screen. So let us start with the first one, that is acidophils. The next one is granular leukocytes, also known as granulocytes. Now children, the cytoplasm of this type of leukocytes is usually full of granules, okay. Suppose this is one granulocytes, then the cytoplasm will be completely filled with what? With the granules, okay. So that is the reason these are known as granular leukocytes or granulocytes. If we talk about the production, then they are produced in the red bone marrow of the long bones. Similarly, nucleus, if we talk about the nucleus, children, then we will see something different in case of granular leukocytes. What is that? Beta, the nucleus is generally constricted. Nucleus जो होता है वो constricted होता है into lobes. For example, let me just show you one bilobed nucleus. तो ये जो मैंने ड्रॉ किया है, this is example of one bilobed nucleus, ठीक है, present in what? Present in a granulocyte. So, next is types of granular leukocytes. Granular leukocytes are of three types. First, acidophils, second, basophils, and third, neutrophils. Now we are going to start up with the first one, that is acidophils. Children, acidophils, they form a very less part of the total leukocytes that is present in the blood. That means, let us say for instance, if there are 100 leukocytes, a total of 100 leukocytes in the blood, then only 1 to 2 of the leukocytes will be of acidophil type. Now next, if we talk about the nature of the cytoplasm, then cytoplasm is alkaline in nature. Acidophils, they have an alkaline cytoplasm. That is the reason they get stained with acidic dye, because this alkaline cytoplasm has affinity towards acidic stain. ठीक है, I hope this is clear. Children, one more thing to be added over here, that is acidophils are also known as eosinophils because they get stained with eosine dye, that is an acidic dye. Next, nucleus. If we talk about the nucleus, let me show you children once more. That is, the nucleus is bilobed. ठीक है, nucleus जो होता है वो कितने लोब का होता है? Bilobed होता है. ठीक है, so this is the example here that I have shown you, an example of an acidophil. Next beta, production. Again, acidophils, they are also produced where they are produced in the bone marrow. Sixth is the function of acidophils. What is the function performed by acidophils? Acidophils, they also show फैगोसाइटोसिस. ठीक है, फैगोसाइटोसिस करते हैं बिल्कुल मोनोसाइट्स की तरह. इसके अलावा और क्या करते हैं? दे सीक्रेट एंटीटॉक्सिन्स दैट न्यूट्रलाइजेस द इफेक्ट ऑफ एनी टॉक्सिन. मतलब कि न्यूट्रलाइजेस का मतलब क्या हुआ? कोई भी टॉक्सिन, अगर कोई भी पॉइजन किसी भी सोर्स से अगर बॉडी में एंटर कर गया है, मान लो किसी माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म के बॉडी से हमारे बॉडी में रिलीज हुआ है, जब वो हमारे बॉडी को इन्वेड किया होगा तो उस टाइम पे एसिडोफिल्स जो है एक एंटीटॉक्सिन रिलीज करते हैं. ये और एंटीटॉक्सिन क्या करता है? उस पर्टिकुलर टाइप ऑफ टॉक्सिन, टॉक्सिन का मतलब पॉइजन, ठीक है, पॉइजनस सब्सटेंस, उसको न्यूट्रलाइज कर देता है, उसके इफेक्ट को न्यूट्रलाइज कर देता है. और कई बार एसिडोफिल्स जो है वो जुड़े होते हैं कि किसी तरह के एलर्जीज से भी. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द फंक्शन ऑफ एसिडोफिल्स. नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन इज बेसोफिल्स. देयर नंबर इज लेसर देन एसिडोफिल्स ऑल्सो. एसिडोफिल्स से भी इनका जो नंबर है वो कम होता है. इट इज अराउंड 0.5% ऑफ द टोटल WBCs. एंड इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द साइटोप्लाज्म, देन साइटोप्लाज्म इज एसिडिक इन नेचर एंड दैट इज द रीजन बेसोफिल्स दे गेट स्टेन्ड विथ बेसिक डाइज. ओके, सो एसिडिक साइटोप्लाज्म हैज गॉट एफिनिटी टुवर्ड्स बेसिक स्टेन्स. Next, if we look at the nucleus of a basophil, suppose this is a basophil, then you will find what beta? You will find that the nucleus is usually three-lobed. Okay, three-lobed nucleus is present. So this is how the nucleus appears to be in case of basophils. This is three-lobed nucleus that I have shown here. Next, where are the basophils produced? Basophils are produced in the bone marrow. Bone marrow में, long bone के bone marrow में इनका भी production होता है. Last one is the function of basophils. Children, basophils, what they do, they release a chemical substance that is known as histamine. You must have heard about it in the chapter allergy in class 7, children. This is called histamine and it is released by the basophils when there is an injury or wound in any part of the body and also at the time of any allergy. So suppose this is a part of the body which is injured. Let us suppose, okay, then what happens? The basophils which are present in the blood of the blood vessels located in this area, they start releasing histamine, which in turn dilates the blood vessels. Okay, and how do they do it? They first create एन इन्फ्लामेशन, एक इन्फ्लामेशन कॉज करेंगे, सूजन कॉज करेंगे उस वुंड वाले, इंजरी वाले एरिया में, जिसके कारण वहां जो ब्लड वेजल्स होंगे, ब्लड वेजल्स बेटा डायलेट हो जाएंगे. ठीक है, अब ब्लड वेजल्स का डायलेट होने का मतलब क्या होता है? इसका मतलब होता है ब्लड एक नॉर्मल स्पीड से ब्लड वेजल्स के अंदर यूजुअली नॉर्मली फ्लो करता है, लेकिन एट द साइट ऑफ इंजरी वगैरह जहाँ पे हिस्टामाइन रिलीज होता है और इन्फ्लामेशन प्रोड्यूस होने लगता है, है तो उस टाइम पे क्या होता है, ब्लड वेजल्स ज़्यादा ब्लड सप्लाई करने लगते हैं उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया में, जिसके कारण वहाँ का जो टेम्परेचर होता है उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया का, उसमें राइज हो जाता है। देयर इज अ राइज इन टेम्परेचर, वी यूजुअली कॉल इट लोकल हीट। इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, लोकल हीट। इसके साथ साथ और क्या देखने मिलेगा बेटा, redness in that area and also swelling. So these are the various signs that indicate that there is an inflammation, वहाँ पे कोई सूजन है क्योंकि वहाँ एक इंजरी है या वुंड है। आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड द फंक्शन ऑफ बेसोफिल। इन शॉर्ट, इफ यू नीड टू राइट, यू विल सिंपली राइट दैट बेसोफिल्स दे release a chemical substance which is known as histamine, which is responsible for inflammation, that in turn dilates the blood vessels. You will write very simply. Okay, so next children, that is the third type of neutrophils, but very important, because these neutrophils, they are the ones which are more in number. इनका जो नंबर होता है वो सबसे ज्यादा होता है, that is around 70%। पूरे ल्यूकोसाइट्स जो है उनका 70% जो है वो ओनली न्यूट्रोफिल्स होता है, ठीक है। और इनका साइटोप्लाज्म, एज देयर नेम इंडिकेट्स, इट इज न्यूट्रल, इट इज नाइदर एसिडिक नॉर बेसिक। नाउ इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द न्यूक्लियस चिल्ड्रन, देन हियर इन केस ऑफ न्यूट्रोफिल्स द न्यूक्लियस appears to be quite amazing, okay, quite interesting. Like let us say for example, this is one lobe of the nucleus, then this is the other lobe of the same nucleus, now connected with the next lobe, and this in turn also gives rise to another lobe. So this is how the nucleus of neutrophils appear to be. So what is this children? Multi-lobed nucleus of a neutrophil. I hope this is clear. Okay, so 4 or more than 4 lobes are present in the nucleus of a neutrophil. Now where are they produced children? They are also produced in the bone marrow. What is the function? It's very simple. They also perform phagocytosis like the मोनोसाइट्स। ओके, मोनोसाइट्स भी जो है वो भी फैगोसाइटोसिस करते हैं, न्यूट्रोफिल्स भी जो है वो भी फैगोसाइटोसिस करते हैं। सो नाउ लेट अस स्टडी about the lifespan of WBCs. Children, WBCs, they have a very short lifespan of just 1 week. सिर्फ 1 week का इनका lifespan होता है। And some of the WBCs, like specifically if we point out, then the neutrophils, they live just for few hours. Only for few hours they remain alive. And every day around 125 billion of neutrophils are produced in our body. Last, the worn out WBCs, where are they destroyed children? They are destroyed in the liver, spleen and bone marrow. Point to be noted here children, liver, spleen and bone marrow, these are the sites where the leukocytes are produced, isn't it? Leukocytes का production भी यहीं पे होता है और इनका graveyard भी यही है, मतलब कि इनका destruction भी इन्हीं parts में होता है। Now let us study the overall functions of leukocytes. So first one is phagocytosis. You all already know children, phagocytosis is the process in which the leukocytes, especially neutrophils and monocytes, they engulf foreign particles such as bacteria or any solid substance such as worn out tissues or cells. Related to phagocytosis is another process which is known as diapedesis. In order to understand this, let us take one example of an instance of injury at any part of the body. So suppose this is a part of the body and suppose this is the portion of that part that is injured. Okay, तो ये portion क्या है? Injured है, and since this portion is injured means it is the area of wound, so it's obvious that it is open and microorganisms can enter inside, isn't it? So I have indicated the microorganisms with green dots. Okay, now and apart from these we have the blood capillaries present here, isn't it? बहुत सारे blood capillaries होंगे that will be present here. Okay, actually blood vessels are present everywhere, we all know that. So this is just to explain you all the process of diapedesis. So many blood vessels are there, children, and more specifically these are the capillaries that supply blood to each and every cell of the body, each and every part of the body. Now see what happens during the process of diapedesis. I am showing you one capillary. So suppose this is one capillary. Let me change the color, children, have patience. And these are the various blood cells, blood corpuscles. Let us say this is RBC, okay, and the smaller ones, these are the platelets, suppose, and similarly we have the white blood cell inside this capillary. Blood is there, so obviously blood corpuscles are also present. What the RBCs do beta, they try to squeeze out of the wall of the capillary. Here is the nucleus of this WBC, and you can clearly see that it is trying to squeeze out of the wall of the capillary. This process is called what? This process is called diapedesis. That is the property of leukocytes to squeeze out through the walls of the capillaries at the site of injury. So this is what actually, this is the magnified diagram of one capillary at the injury site. Okay, I hope now it is clear. Next, what happens, children? I have already indicated the microorganisms with the green dots here. So this WBC, what it does, it engulfs those microorganisms. Okay, so let me just change the color. Suppose this is the WBC, so it will form this type of structure. This is the nucleus inside the WBC. Now it has changed its shape in order to engulf the microorganisms. So like this, it will engulf all the microorganisms at the site of injury. I hope now it is clear, children. So apart from this, one more point is left here, that whenever there is a wound, children, in any part of the body, whenever there is any injury, what we notice that after a certain interval of time, when the wound becomes like, it starts healing. Okay, when the wound starts healing, then what happens, beta? That time a clear fluid, a pale yellow or straw colored fluid starts oozing out from the site of injury. For example, let us say from this side, a liquid oozes out. What is this liquid known as? This liquid is known as pus. Okay, and what is the pus composed of? It is composed of dead leukocytes, that is dead WBCs, and what, children? And worn out tissues and cells. Okay, worn out tissues and cells. I hope this point is clear. So now, children, let me clear the screen first so that we can utilize the entire space available. So the next one is formation of antibodies and antitoxins. Let me tell you, children, that antibodies and antitoxins, these are produced by different types of leukocytes. For example, lymphocytes, they produce antibodies, and acidophils and basophils, they produce antitoxin. Now let us study what are antibodies and what are antitoxins. Children, antibodies that are produced by the lymphocytes are special chemical substances that fight against pathogens, that fight against the antigens that cause disease. Okay, so in turn, what they do, they protect our body against specific diseases. Similarly, children, the two granulocytes, that is acidophils and basophils, they produce another chemical substance that is known as antitoxins. Now, antitoxin, what are these? Beta, as the name indicates, anti means against. Okay, anti means what? Anti means against, and toxin means poisonous substance, or simply I am writing poison over here. So against poison, toxin. So these antitoxins produced by acidophils and basophils, they neutralize the effect of any toxin that is present in our body. Maybe that toxin is released by any microorganism that had invaded our body. So they also in turn protect our body. They protect our body from the various types of toxins that may have harmful effects on our body. I hope this is also clear, children. Now let us move on to the third point, that is immunity. Whichever function of leukocyte you take, for example, each and every type of function, each and every function of the leukocytes, they are directly or indirectly related to the immunity of the body. Now what is immunity? Immunity is resistance of the body against diseases. Means ये एक बॉडी का, हमारे बॉडी का एक प्रतिरोधक क्षमता है, किसके खिलाफ, किसके अगेंस्ट, अगेंस्ट डिजीजेस. मींस बॉडी खुद लड़ सकता है किससे, डिजीज कॉजिंग जर्म से, और बहुत सारे बीमारियों से बच सकता है. So the last point now is inflammation. Children, I already taught you about inflammation, that whenever there is any injury at any part of the body and the tissues or cells of that particular part get worn out or they become injured, in that case the WBCs, more specifically the basophils, what they do, they release a chemical substance. Basophils, they release a chemical substance that is known as histamine. This histamine in turn, what it does beta, it dilates the blood vessels that are located at the site of injury. So I am writing in short, children, blood vessels. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now when the blood vessels, they get dilated, they show some signs and symptoms. What are these? These are local heat, means there will be a slight rise in temperature, slight rise in temperature at the site of injury. Apart from this, there will be redness, swelling and pain as well. So all these are what? They all come under a कॉमन टर्म दैट इज कॉल्ड इन्फ्लामेशन. सूजन हम लोग हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं, ठीक है. तो जहाँ पे इंजरी होता है वहाँ पे इन्फ्लामेशन भी होता है. इन्फ्लामेशन एक तरह से बॉडी का हम लोग बोल सकते हैं, बॉडी जो है किसी भी डिजीज के अगेंस्ट या माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म के अगेंस्ट अपना एक जो प्रिवेंटिव मेजर्स अडॉप्ट करता है उस टाइम पे, वही इन्फ्लामेशन है. ये क्या करता है, थोड़ी देर के लिए उस पर्टिकुलर साइट में पेन होगा, रेडनेस रहेगा, स्वेलिंग होगा, वहाँ टेम्परेचर भी थोड़ा हाई हो सकता है, लेकिन अल्टीमेटली ये सारा चीज इसीलिए होता है क्योंकि उस टाइम पे जो WBCs होते हैं उस साइट पे वो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म से फाइट करते होते हैं. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर चिल्ड्रन, दैट हाउ दे परफॉर्म द फंक्शन ऑफ इन्फ्लामेशन. So with this we come to the end of this session. See you all very soon in the next video with the next topic, that will be about the thrombocytes, that is platelets, and also the process of blood coagulation. So till then stay tuned, and in case of any doubt please do not forget to comment in the comment box. Thank you children.